This is the first one of a long series. With a mic. Hello? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, with a mic is better. This is one from a long series. I wanted to show a little bit of a behind the scene of me building this business. I always thought that, showing what I do is a little bit boring because most of my work is behind the screen. Obviously, I have meetings with clients and I have this brainstorming session. I also work on website. I work on imagery. I work on a lot of stuff, events, and all of that. But most of the job is thinking about the process that I need to put in place, the strategy that I need to put in place for them to be successful. And so most of them, it's happening in front of whiteboards or in front of my screen. And so I didn't want to do necessarily something that was, I thought, boring. But in reality, showing what is happening behind the scene and how you think about the transformation of a client or even your own brand is something that is really interesting, I believe, because it's a process that is always changing as your thoughts and your experiences are changing also. And so what I'm going to show through that is what I'm doing personally for my own brand. I'm in transformation right now. So what I mean is that I'm in a situation where I said at the beginning of the year, my objective is to grow my personal brand because it's something that I've been doing, but I've been pushing back a lot. But this year I made a commitment to do it properly and to do it the way I wanted. Or not necessarily the way I wanted, but in a way that will make me proud to have tried it even if I fail. And so I think one of the mistakes that I see, not one of the mistakes, but I always ask this question to my clients first, and it's the first question I ask myself, which is, what do you want out of this? What kind of life do you want out of this? And what does it mean for you to have a personal brand or to transform your business? And for me, it means more freedom and be capable to do what I love and what I want. I love solving problems, but there is part of me also that wish that 20 years ago someone had told me everything that I know right now. Everything that I know about business, everything that I know about finances, everything I know about skills, everything that I know about sales, everything that I know about marketing, everything about that I know about building good product, great experiences. And so I'm trying to bring that to my clients in a certain way. And so what I'm trying to do right now is being capable to do that. And so I want to have this conversation with you where it's like you're seeing what I'm trying to do. So right now I reach 33 or 34 reels in 34 days. And I've been thinking, and I saw that it's all over the place, to be honest. I talk about AI, I talk about productivity tools, I talk about startup secrets, I talk about jargons that is more around product management, not even, business, but you have to be so into it to understand what I'm talking about that it doesn't attract anybody. And so when I look into it, I think from a tech perspective and from a business perspective, and I'm seeing that the algorithm is not capable to understand what I'm trying to say or who I'm trying to say it. And so right now I'm in this thinking, who is the hero of a story? Who is the person I'm talking to? Because before doing anything else, before doing an offer, before doing a landing page, before doing a website, before doing, emails or all of that, I think it's important that you get some stuff right. And I see way too much, because I've seen it so much and I've done it in the past, rushing towards the solution, when at the end of the day, I didn't build the right thing because I didn't know for who I was building it. And so before doing anything, if I don't get the foundation right, it's like trying to build a castle in a swamp. It's like, yeah, you're going to try to build a castle, but at the end of the day, this castle is gonna fall after not even a week or maybe 3 months. So what is it worth? Approximately nothing. And so, and maybe I'm overthinking it, I don't know. But what I'm trying to do is basically trying to nail down in my head who I'm talking to. And so as I'm doing it, I understand more what I'm capable to do and also what I'm not capable to do. what I want to do, what I don't want to do, what kind of content I want to create, what kind of content I don't want to create, and more specifically, like how can I have fun trying to do it? And I argue that a lot with my clients, which is where is the fun that they're trying to do? Because I see often like they talk about stuff where it's like, oh yeah, I want to do this because, these other people do that, or I want a website because, I want to, basically SEO, and, I want to put like, they talk to me about technical terms, which is always interesting. I want people to find me on Google. Right now they don't find me. And it's all those kind of things that I'm always thinking, okay, but what is the goal of all of that? Why are you doing this action? And so I took a step back. I'm still going to continue on my journey to reach the 100 reels, but I think I'm going to change a little bit what I'm saying. And part of the YouTube videos that I'm doing right now is part also of this messaging. Because I want to have another format where I speak to people in a more direct way, and I have this behind the scene for them where it's like, look, I'm at the beginning of my journey, and this is what I'm trying to do, and this is what I'm trying to solve. And I don't know how I'm going to solve it, but I'm going to tell you, I'm sure I'm going to solve it. The answer is not there yet, but what I noticed in my career is that the answer always comes. Is that if you continue to push forward, if you continue to walk towards something, and you trust the journey, not necessarily the process, is like you trust in what you're doing, that it will lead somewhere. At a certain point it leads somewhere. It leads whether to something you're going to learn, or it leads to an answer. It leads maybe to a failure, but it doesn't matter, because even if it's a failure, it's a learning experience. And so right now I'm pushing through this 100 reels because I want to reach that as fast as possible. And this is why I'm even doing even more content. So maybe I'm going to do it even before the 100 days. My objective for this quarter was normally to reach 30 pieces of content on Instagram and YouTube. Right now, in this quarter, is not finishes until the end of June. I'm already at more than 40 pieces of content, plus this one that is a long format. And I want to continue because I'm like, okay, I'm going to explode completely that objective. And I'm going to see what happens to my brain. And I'm going to see what happens to me also in the transformation. Because what sometimes, when I try to push my clients and I forget, and that's the thing I'm thinking for me, is that when you're transforming your business, you're also transforming yourself on how you think about your business. And I'm trying to see what is the transformation I'm going through, and what are the things that I need to cut off from me to be able to move forward. And so the big thing that I'm going through right now is basically this. It's like, even if I don't know how I should transform a business, I'm first going backwards from the objective that I'm trying to fix to myself, or to the life that I want. Then after that, I'm trying to see all these steps that I need to go through. And then from there, I'm thinking about the right next step. And so the right next step right now is finishing to define, this ultimate follower or ultimate hero that I have in my journey. And then after I think about all the pain points that we go through. And only afterwards, I will be able to build content that makes sense. And I will be able to build a journey that makes sense. On top of that, just to let you know, is that, I have all my... On top of that, it's just that I'm doing that after my 9 to 5, because I still have my contract with my clients, and I have this big contract that I continue. And so it's not something that I'm doing during the day. So I have also other challenges in there, which are totally normal, because it's like anything that you do, you will have challenges. And so it's really interesting to have to balance both. But anyway, I hope you're going to continue following me on this journey. And I hope I'm going to do more of that. It's going to be not edited, completely raw. And you're going to see what I think in the way I think about it. So see you soon.